Hey, Brandon here. Welcome to the channel and thanks for tuning in. Got another 2027 prospect scouting report for you. You play C2C, you play Devy. These are the kind of shows you are going to like. We are going to introduce you to the incoming freshman headed to college football. We're going to talk about Dylan Raiola, an exciting quarterback headed to the Nebraska Cornhuskers. Gave the Bulldogs the cold shoulder at the end of the recruiting profile. And we're going to get into his stats. We're going to get into his 2024 opportunity and then dig into his film with a film study. I'm going to be joined by Luigi Tadone from my dashboard. He's a guy that watches more high school film than anyone I know. So enjoy the show. All right, Luigi, welcome back to the channel. We got another 2027 prospect. Excited to talk about this one. I know you've been on this guy for a while. Dylan Raiola, quarterback for Nebraska.
Yes, sir. I'm super excited about him. Great traits, frame. I'm really looking forward to breaking down this film, see what you think.
Yeah, we're going to get to the film room, but first we're going to give you guys a little background. You play Devy, you play C2C. You're going to be interested in what we got to show you here today. So he is headed to Nebraska, as we know. He played at Buford High School in Georgia his senior year. And on the screen here, you can see he was that team was ranked 49th overall in high school football throughout the country. So, decent competition he played against. Always kind of like to post that, kind of see what competition he was in.
Yeah,
for sure. So let's go to the
highest level. It's the highest level in Georgia.
Highest level in Georgia. Great. Good stuff. Good stuff. So let's take a look at his stats, his passing stats here. You can see his senior year, he had a 253 attempts, over 2,600 yards, really nice TD to interception ratio here, Luigi, 34 to 1, 16.7 yard average, good completion percentage at 63%. So you can see the stats here from his passing, but we're going to put on the rushing stats here, which was really surprising to me, Luigi, only because we're going to go to the film room here and we're going to see this kid. He's not a downfield mobile scrambler, but he definitely showed, and there's 3 or 4 clips that we're going to see where he is got some rushing ability. So these were like really interesting. When I saw these before I watched the film at minus 56 yards, I was like, oh man, this guy must have gotten sacked a ton or something, because I mean, he has some mobility, not a vertical deep threat with running the ball, but nonetheless, these rushing stats seem to be a little off kilter from what we're going to see in the film room. So, but let's get to his recruiting profile. All right. So on 24/7 Sports, you can see here he is currently QB2, 6'3", 230 pounds. I saw an interview with him at the Polynesian Bowl, and he said he's actually at 220 pounds. That was about a month ago, but
Okay, that's good
yeah,
info. Yeah.
yeah. So he's he's a little lighter than on here, but as far as his recruiting goes, I mean, he was at Ohio State and then he committed to Georgia and then he did the big flip to Nebraska, right?
Right.
So it was really interesting. It was kind of like a shocker for a lot of people, but I believe his father played at Nebraska back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, Dominic.
Yeah, and his uncle is currently the offensive line coach. So I guess he had some pull over there with Matt Rule trying to get Raiola. So and then on 3, you can see here he is QB3 for them. So he's a 5-star for both recruiting services. So he's a high recruit, and
very much. Yeah.
yeah, and he's an exciting player. It should be really interesting to see how he makes out in Nebraska, because it is a very interesting choice, and we are going to talk about that here, very shortly.
How long he stays there.
Yeah, how long he stays there. Very, very good point. So, I mean, Matt Rule basically said he is going to be given an open competition. So you guys are seeing on the screen right now the passers for the 2023 season, and this is his competition right now. Heinrich Harburg, Chubby Purdy, who may be Brock Purdy's brother, maybe.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah, he's headed to Nevada. He's in Nevada. He's at Nevada now.
He's in Nevada. Okay. And Jeff Sims, I think he also transferred out.
In the portal, not sure where.
Not in the portal, not sure where. Okay. Great. So, yeah, I mean, there's just no reason, I guess, he is going to not get that job. And you and I were discussing kind of before the show, like, is he going to get that opportunity? And we're thinking, yeah, like if the moment's not too big for him and he shows the intangibles to be that leader, which certainly seems like he's got that, but until you get in there, college is a big, big step from high school. But I think one of my concerns before we get to the film room is really like who his pass catchers are. I don't know. Did you look at any statistics from pass catchers from Nebraska last year?
The guy to know is probably Malachi Coleman going forward.
Yeah. So if you play Devy and C2C, he's probably somebody that you might have on your bench or whatever. He had 139 yards and 8 receptions. But can I blow your mind? And the receivers highest yardage on the team last year was 310 yards from Billy Kemp.
Ooh, ouch.
So, yeah, so we gotta hope that, Raiola is as good as he can be. I don't not sure there was any incoming fresh and any incoming transfers that are gonna really, be that primary pass catcher for him. So, like I said, like you had mentioned, Malachi Coleman is a guy that, is on Devy radar, C2C radars in that fantasy football format. And other than that, I mean, somebody's gonna have to emerge. It would be nice if maybe they, maybe in a year or two, they will certainly get some more pass catchers, but he's in an environment that is going to be really interesting to see how he can thrive without any lead and really quality pass catchers.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So, all right, Luigi, let's get to the film and check out this kid. Oh, before we do that though, I want to just, talk about a scouting report a little bit. What you're going to see, guys, on this film, I mean, impressive player. All right. I think he's got a big live arm. He's got an effortless release.
Yes.
But what I was really most impressed with, and we're going to see on the film, is his pocket awareness and his ability to stand tall in the pocket and deliver the ball, even when he's faced with pressure in his face. Really good. His accuracy under pressure, I thought, was outstanding. He's got that ability to make plays off script. His mechanics look solid. Doesn't look, again, we talked about a lack of rushing upside. We're going to see a few clips here where he's got some wheels.
He's got talent. Yeah. In the mobility department.
Yeah. And we're going to start this film room with the Polynesian Bowl, a couple clips
Cool.
from that. And he also won the long throw contest there. And he threw 2 passes over 70 yards. So he's got the big arm. Yeah. And we're going to see that big arm. So let's not waste any more time, man. Let's get right to the film room.
Let's do it.
All right, Luigi, welcome to the film room. Let's get right to it, man. These are his Polynesian Bowl highlights. All right. I know you like this first play.
Yeah, I like that easy stroke he's got. Ball just pops out of his hand there. Yeah.
Pops. That's a good word. Pops.
First thing you're looking for when I scout quarterbacks, I've got a little checklist. Traits. Does he have the traits? Dylan Raiola does have the traits. 6'3", 220 and change. Good core strength. Core strength is probably the most important thing to look for when you're scouting quarterbacks, because you're going to be able to make those off-platform throws. You're going to be able to push through potential sacks. Things like that. Make off-platform stuff. Look at that.
Yeah, that
accuracy. Ball placement is really, really smooth with him.
Yeah, it really is. It's just, that was effortless, that pass. I mean, just tossed it up there 40, looks like 30 some yards. So on the money, nice grab. Yeah, I agree with you. He's got that good size, good core strength. Again, he's got some mobility. We talked about it a little earlier, and we're going to see that not really so much on this particular film, but he's got some mobility too. But
I would say vision in the open field is maybe something he needs to work on. He's got the raw traits as far as mobility goes. He's quick. He's got some twitch to him. And like I said, you could definitely pull through would-be tacklers, which is awesome.
Love the creativity.
Yeah.
Just it's creative, right? It's kind of improvisation, right? You love to see. He's not a statue in that pocket. His pocket awareness and maneuverability is, I think, something that I've come across like really, and again, a good effort here trying to get to the ball, but his pocket awareness is, I think, really, really good. And he just not sure how many sacks he took in high school. I really didn't see any stats on that, but God, I just like his vision downfield, his ability to
look at that
little guy dropped.
The timing is so key on a play like that, and timing in general is really so key, such a key attribute for a quarterback. Can you get the ball out in structure on time consistently? It's a really if I was a coach, man, I'd be plowing it into my players' brains all day. 1, 2, 3, get the ball out, get the ball out, get the ball out. Because when you start to mess around and go off structure, that's when you start to, inaccuracy, things start to fall apart. And just timing is so important. Timing and rhythm. Some quarterbacks just don't really have that natural rhythm. Because when you do play in rhythm, that's when you're going to be in sync with your wide receivers.
Yeah, so we're going to see his arm strength here. I mean, and this is his calling card, right? His deep vertical ability is pretty spectacular.
That was gorgeous.
Yeah, it really was. But this is the pocket awareness I'm talking
Yeah.
about. I mean, again, just keeping his eyes downfield. And again,
Look at that.
hey, they don't finish the passes on these clips for some reason. I wish they show the receptions, but you can just see his maneuverability and then his vision to, keep his eyes looking for somewhere to throw the ball. His off-platform throwing ability, I think, is really, really good too. His accuracy off script is impressive. Here's good pocket mobility again. I mean, look at that. That's nuts. This is.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. He's just.
That really, it really highlights his strengths.
Yeah, it really does. The arm strength too, right? But. But look at this. Look at this throw on the run, right? You talk about core strength. Holy shit! Look at this. This guy's
beautiful.
That's pretty impressive.
He's got
again,
NFL traits.
He does. The deep ball accuracy is pretty much outstanding.
Killer.
It really is. But again, strength, keeping his eyes downfield. Are you kidding me? That's really impressive. Again, just another long ball. So you just hope he's got the pass catchers at Nebraska, right, to be able to fulfill his,
I don't know what they're doing.
His ability.
There is part of me that thinks he might be. It might just be he's doing his dad a favor, going to Nebraska, getting some maybe bringing some recruits in, and then he might jump ship, kind of like a Dante Moore thing, where he sees the field, gets some playing time, gets his hands dirty, and then goes on to like a real situation where he's actually going to put himself in a position.
Yeah, I don't know. He's talking up how he wants to put Nebraska back on the map, and
hey, I'm with him, man. I dig it if that's what he's doing.
But again,
I scouted his dad when he was coming out of when he was an NFL draft prospect, #1 center on my board.
But this is I love this play. He's going to get hammered here, and he just keeps his eyes downfield. And again, in the face of pressure, throws and gives the guy the chance to get the ball. That's just special. That's
I don't know. Did I mention that earlier? That's really one of the keys to quarterbacking. Can you stay in the pocket?
Right.
Can you stand tough? Or you don't want that's when your mechanics start going haywire when you're on the move. He's got a lot of pressure. Yeah.
He's got the pressure, delivers the ball.
Nice, accurate strike.
Little hitch there.
I love his body type. I'm really a body type freak. Like I just when you look a certain way, it really helps you in the eyes of NFL scouts. It makes their job so much easier.
Again, the throw on the run here is outstanding. Look at the placement of that.
Really smooth. Really
on
smooth.
The run. It's really, really good. Now, the one thing I was trying to look at here that he seems to be a first read kind of guy. I don't see him standing back there scanning the field. A lot of this stuff, he's locked in on one guy, but that doesn't mean he can't do it. Just majority of these clips, he sees one guy and they're just open. But again, I just love his, going across the field, the arm strength. He was off platform there a little bit. But again, this mobility, here we see it. It's just, he's got the wheels, man. He's got the ability to do it. I don't think he did a lot in high school, but there's a couple more clips here. Again, just big arm.
Just confidence about him. He's not just skittish in the pocket. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and again, just the placement with the facing pressure. It's just, a lot of guys would have just curled up here and fallen, but he's just extending the play. Nice grab, good ball placement. It's another run.
He does
the ability.
He's got all the talent in the world. He's got a lot of upside. Big time
upside.
Really
does.
He's the kind of guys I like to target. The guys with top 10 upside in the NFL draft, and his floor is really high too. You look at him; he's going to be a day 2 pick at his floor. I bet you anything.
Yeah,
and I don't think he's going to be a floor guy. I think he's going to end up being a ceiling guy. So just because he has that support, he's got the NFL bloodlines to support.
Yeah, and his mother is an athlete. His his sister's a volleyball player. He's he comes from an athletic family. But I love the touch on this ball. high arcing, drops it
Yeah,
in the bucket.
yeah,
Just
absolutely.
outstanding.
Quick
Yeah, just
release
it's
too.
yeah, just effortless. Look how he throws this ball. It's just kind of he tosses it up like
Yep.
30 yards on the money.
When I first watched him, I was like, I'll look at the traits first, and then I'll watch some interviews, and then I'll watch the film just to kind of lead me into it. And the first thing that I thought when I watched this film was like, man, he's got a quick release for his size. Because sometimes these bigger guys, it's a long
It's
elongated release,
elongated. Yeah,
and that
he's
just
just
puts you behind. It just it really doesn't help you much with
more
that.
mobility here. Again, showing he's got some wheels to extend
Oh,
plays.
that's
He's not
great. Yeah,
afraid. And just the ball placement, the vision, boom. Nice job. Impressive player. I mean, there's
very
really
much.
nothing you can really come away with. I mean, again, the mobility, the escapability is just really, really good. It's really not. I guess that was a catch. So I like this
Matt.
is the last. I think this is the last play. What I really liked, he layered the ball here in the zones, right?
Yeah, that's a
Over those
great
2
point.
defenders. Instead of this the deep bomb all the time, he shows here that he has the touch, the effortless throw, good mechanics. He seems to step into his throw and just, lofts it over those 2 linebackers on the money. So, that's it,
Now,
Luigi, man.
yeah,
I mean, impressive player.
very impressive, huge upside, a lot of tools, great timing, great arm. Intangibles are a plus, so sky's the
So
limit.
so what do you think in the, startup C2C and Devy leagues, I mean,
I'm gonna have shares. Yeah,
I think I'm gonna have some shares too. I gotta at least get 1
absolutely.
or 2. I just wish he stayed at Georgia, really. I think if I'd be a little bit more excited if he went to Georgia. I'd hate to see him go to Nebraska for 1 year and then just transfer and kinda waste a whole season. I don't know. I think he's gonna stick around for a little bit, and they really gotta get some pass catchers for him. They need to, and I would think him going there, that if there's a wide receiver out there in the transfer portal who's looking to go to an empty wide receiver room with a potential 3-year starter with this kid, that would be an attractive landing spot for a wide receiver.
Yeah, seriously, you're 100% right. We'll
So,
see.
Luigi, as always, man, always love doing these film grinds with you. We'll
Me
have a
too,
lot
man.
more. So hit that subscribe button, guys. Support the channel. Luigi and I are going to be doing this all spring, all summer, bringing you the 2027 freshman content for your C2C and Devy leagues. Thanks for watching.